he started to talk to himself and hear voices. And we had to get him some kind of help because it wasn't normal.
I realized that I needed help because in 2006 I stopped taking my medication and I was hospitalized, and within 1 year over like 7 to 8 times. So I had to accept that I really needed the help.
I used to be afraid to go anywhere that had stairs because I couldn't climb them. I would climb 2 stairs and then I'd have to stop because I couldn't breathe.
When I first started knowing about breathing problems, I'd come home from work and I'd be totally beat. I'd have to walk across parking lots because I was a salesman, and I'd have to literally stop, catch my breath, go a little bit farther, stop, catch my breath, and they kept going on and on.
Losing my daughter 4 years ago to cancer, and then losing my stepdad like 2.5 years later, then losing my mother 18 months ago. And it really hurt when I lost my mother.
I have tons of stories to tell because they're all wonderful stories. Some of the most exciting to me is seeing somebody who's been living with a burden for 40 years. And then all of a sudden they realize that I can tell that story. People do want to hear it, and it makes a difference to tell that story. And once they tell it and they get healing, it's just such a change in their life.
To see a patient come in and have never had an experience with mental health and either come in voluntarily or through other means into the hospital, into a very foreign environment, afraid, dealing with their own demons or challenges, and to see them come in that environment, how we deal with that patient, that moment, that first contact for them can change the rest of their lives and how they perceive themselves and mental illness as a generality.
Seeing them shift in very short order, that they can get better because they're exposed to folks in the local recovery community, staff members in recovery, that there are people that have overcome just as significant obstacles and got better. So a lot of that, seeing them go through that, really provides me inspiration. I mean, you see people get better every day.
I get out more with my family. I used to not go anywhere, but they'd say, let's go, and I said no, but I say yes now.
We take for granted how easy it is for us to walk from one end of the room to the next. So to see a patient struggle with that so badly and then work with us for a couple weeks, and they're coming in and saying, I've worked in my garden for the first time in 2 years, and what a wonderful feeling it was.
To be able to see a patient go through recovery, especially in the beginning of recovery, it's great. I mean, it's indescribable because it's things that when we're young and healthy we take for granted. Being able to walk without being tired from a building to your car, or to be able to go to the grocery store and not have to worry about getting exhausted or out of breath or running out of oxygen.
I think the inspiration that I derive from what I do and that keeps me involved in psychiatry and in medicine is the satisfaction of seeing your results. Oftentimes in psychiatry we don't see immediate results, but we certainly see long-term results in terms of the recovery and the well-being of our patients. I think there's a tremendous sense of satisfaction that comes from that, and that engenders a sense of passion that has kept me involved all these years.
It's interesting because the great thing about what we do for a living is you get the inspiration directly from the people that you work with. You don't have to bring it with you, so they provide it. So when I'm sitting with someone who's going through a hard time, and maybe even just a brief session, they just thank you for just sort of listening and being there. To actually then seeing maybe somebody through a recovery process itself and watching their own healing, there's no way not to be inspired by that.
I'm inspired by the people when I help someone, And they say, well, Marvin, they'll come to me. They'll seek me out. And they'll say, well, can I talk to you for a second? If I talk to them a few minutes, and then they say, okay, thanks a lot, and they're happy about it. So that inspires me. And well, let me go see, someone else ask, and I can go talk to them, and it just inspires me to keep going, along with my coworkers. When my coworkers come and they may need me, to help them out, assist them with something. So they inspire me to keep going. They make me happy to come to work.
If it's an individual that I've kind of spoken with over the phone, and then, because we speak to hundreds of people daily, and if they come in and then they recognize your voice, and it's kind of like, thank you so much for helping me. I mean, that's happened on a few occasions. And just to see that, you brought them some type of joy, and then knowing that they're going to get help. And, it's just a pleasure to see that you've played a part in that, and them being able to start a recovery process.
Somebody who has not been eating, starts to eat, or somebody who's really very manic starts to become like a normal person and starts saying things to you like, oh, can I go and clean up? Can I brush my teeth? There is this joy that comes in me as an individual. I feel that the work I'm doing is worthwhile. I feel that I'm helping somebody. I feel like I'm helping someone achieve maybe what they would love to achieve if they did not have a situation like a mental problem.
With the patient in crisis, it's really humbling to be able to work with them and be that one person that they may trust to open up and be really a change agent in their life.
So we really have fun. We laugh a lot, both just as a team, but also with our patients. And seeing them grow and change is our gift in being here. So we really have a great team.
One of the things that actually makes me happier in life is to know that I'm doing something valuable every day. That knowing that what I do has a positive effect on someone's life is just truly very rewarding for me. I'm a true believer that if you love what you do, you will always find that inner motivation to be the best every day.
It's actually working with Diamond is the best experience I've had.
It allows me to be a lot more comfortable being at work knowing that he's okay. So, a lot of times, with my life, I still have to live my life, but I have to also take care of him just as well. But it gives me more comfortability knowing that my brother's being well taken care of by Diamond.
Don't judge people because you don't know where they came from. You don't know why and where they are in life and how they got there. And just to set a legacy of, compassion and love.
I think the simplest way to sum up how has my life changed, I'm here. I think that says it all. Came awfully close. Awfully close. Thanks. Sir.